Dobre, tak vás tu všetkých vítam a ďakujem, že ste sa zúčastnili nášho webinára. Špeciálne by som chcel poďakovať našim hosťom z Jetbrains, pani Elene a Anastézii, ktorí vlastne po tej úvodnej časti prevezmú webinár a budú pokračovať v prezentácii YouTracku. Tiež by som rád predstavil náš tím, ktorý teda je tiež na tejto konferencii. Som to teda ja, moja maličkosť Ivan Breziansky, ktorý robí vlastne obchodiakom, a kolega pán Adamec Boris, ktorý je CEO Abase. Čo sa týka webináru, ak budete mať akúkoľvek otázku týkajúcu sa YouTrack, neváhajte sa, kľudne sa spýtajte buď cez ten tímový chat v Teamsoch, alebo tam v tých Teamsoch vieš zdvihnúť ruku alebo nejak tak sa prihlásiť. Na konci prezentácie samozrejme bude priestor na dodatočné otázky a diskusiu. A ako sme aj sľúbili v pozývacích mailoch, bude na konci prezentácie aj atraktívna tombola, ktorú budú losovať jednak naši hostia Anastézia, Elena a taktiež aj my, aby to bolo nejakým spôsobom aspoň trocha transparentné. Predtým, ako začneme s YouTrackom, ja by som rád predstavil aj našu spoločnosť. Abase vznikla v roku 2015 s prvotným zameraním na hardwareové riešenia, bezpečnosť a konzultačné aktivity, hlavne v oblasti Microsoft riešení a SAN infraštruktúry. Neskôr sme portfólio rozšírili o predaj softwarových licencií od viacerých dodávateľov softwaru, najmä cloudové služby Microsoft, Cloud Azure, Acronis alebo Synology. Nedávno sme rozšírili aj naše portfólio o služby AWS s využitím open source technológií, ktoré využívame na migráciu, automatizáciu, DevOps, outsourcing, DVH a tak ďalej. Medzi našimi partnermi máme aj zvučné mená, ako je Bitdefender, Manage Engine, Easy Project, Acronis alebo Lenovo. Pokiaľ ide o samotný Jetbrains, partnerstvo s Jetbrains sme podpísali v roku 2018 ako zlatý partner a za tie roky sme si tu na Slovensku vybudovali pomerne silnú zákaznícku základňu s ambíciou teda expandovať aj k našim susedom. V rámci našej partnerskej iniciatívy sme vytvorili portál Jetbrains, ktorý obsahuje všetky produkty Jetbrains v takej peknej, populárnej, modernej forme a nájdete vlastne ten portál na tej stránke jetbrainssoftware.sk. V súvislosti s Jetbrains by som možno ešte rád povedal aj pár slov teda o samotnej spoločnosti Jetbrains. Jetbrains vznikol v roku 2020, v súčasnosti má viac ako 10 miliónov používateľov a 30 produktov na trhu. Ako je vidieť podľa týchto štatistík, Jetbrains v podstate každým dňom pribúdajú Jetbrains nové organizácie a taktiež aj každým dňom pribúda viac a viac používateľov. A tieto čísla, myslím, že do budúcna majú potenciál rast a určitú aj garanciu, že produkty Jetbrains tu budú aj v budúcnosti, budú mať pravidelné aktualizácie, vylepšenia s prihľadnutím na potreby či už zákazníkov, trhu, alebo teda aj nových technológií, ktoré stále prichádzajú na trh. A to je z mojej strany asi všetko, čo som chcel nejak tak povedať a teraz vlastne odovzdám asi slovo teda Elene. Okay, Elena, Anastasia, that will be all from my side, and I'd like to pass a steering wheel to you with the presentation.
Thank you, Ivan. Добрый день. I guess that's what we have in common in Russian and Slovakian, but I will speak English. Welcome to the YouTrack event, and thank you, Ivan and Boris, for this opportunity for us to discuss the YouTrack review. I'm Elena, YouTrack product marketing lead, and I'm happy to introduce Anastasia, who is our technical support lead. And I'm gonna be sharing my screen, and you will see only my colleagues for a while, but I guess it's okay. So yeah, YouTrack is an agile and flexible project management tool and task tracking tool, and currently more than 55,000 teams in over 200 countries are using it right now to plan, track, and manage their projects. They are building everything from fintech solutions to creative video ads with YouTrack. And That's why we are here to show you how those teams are managing their team projects and knowledge base every day in YouTrack. And each team has its own ways of working their projects. YouTrack is used by various teams in software development, quality assurance, data insights, marketing, design, web development, product management, human resources, administrative teams, management board members, chief executive officers, just you name it. And pretty much every team needs a tool to adjust the business process and not vice versa. And today we've chosen the basic scenario so you could see how YouTrack could be adjusted to your case. Our scenario includes the most loved and the most popular features among those who are already using YouTrack now. And it also includes a cherry on top, an editable Gantt chart, a feature which we are going to release next year, and we are ready to show it to you today first. Actually, you're probably going to be the first customers, and the first folks outside Jetbrains who is going to see it today. And if you haven't tried YouTrack yet, please have a look at our free version on our website. And it's actually free for any team of up to 10 members forever. And you are free to choose standalone or in cloud version and see YouTrack in action yourself. And one more thing, during the demo, please feel free to ask your questions in the chat. Probably in your language or in English. If you choose your language, I hope Boris can translate it for us. But still, feel free to use the chat to ask your questions, and we are going to have time at the end of the demo to hopefully ask them all. So that's it for the start. Let's go, Anastasia. The floor is yours.
Okay, thank you, Lena. I'm going to share my screen now. Okay, do you see it?
Yeah, you're good to go.
Yeah, so you should see YouTrack now. Okay, thank you. Hello, everyone. Dobrý deň. We are very glad to have you here today. And today we're going to show you a demo of YouTrack, our project management tool. And we will show you features that we use and love the most, features that helps us every day in our daily tasks, that help us to stay productive and to deliver our products in a short time. So YouTrack helps lots of teams in their daily tasks, both technical and non-technical teams, and it adjusts to their processes. Today we'll see how different users use YouTrack in their daily life. And to do that, we try to imagine how your working day may look like if, for example, you need to update a website. So let's imagine that I'm a member of a product team in ABC company that works with multiple vendors and sells software on several markets. I'm going to show you how YouTrack helps us coordinate multiple teams even without personal meetings, how we track current activities, and how we manage to deliver our products in time. Okay, so let's go. First of all, we have a knowledge base in YouTrack. A knowledge base is a set of articles where article is some piece of information that may represent that may be plain text, or it can be some announcement, including embedded media like videos or some tables or embedded calendars, whatever you need to express your thoughts. So there are several ways to use the knowledge base. The first one is to store some external information for your external users, like some public announcements or product roadmap, or some support FAQs, or support sections where your users can ask their questions and find their answers. Also, you can use the knowledge base as an internal storage of your collective knowledge. For example, you can store some internal policies there, or your internal roadmap, or you can store meeting minutes as we do there. That means that after each call that we have, we write down a brief summary to our knowledge base, so that even those who missed the call, they can just open this article and stay up to date. There are also comments in each article, so you can mention your teammates and encourage them to join the discussion, and they can start the article to receive further updates. And also, we have a version history for each article. So if we need something that was written before, we can always roll back to the previous version without losing any data. Of course, there is a global search that allows you to search for articles and navigate there in just one click. Okay, so having all these information written down here, it's safe to assume that all my teammates are up to date, that they know what is going on in the project. That means we will not lose any data about our vendors, our partners, and we can safely work with issues. So as I already mentioned, there are both technical and non-technical members in our team. That means that some of us work with development tools and some of us work with multiple issues at once. And YouTrack is here to help everyone. For example, I'm a technical person. That means I'm working with development tools quite often, and I need to have all stages of my issue lifecycle collected in one place. YouTrack provides two interfaces for teams. So I'm using the classic interface that allows me to collect all development changes in one place and provides deep integration with the development tools. So you see that I have all commits and pull requests and comments and time tracking records collected here in the issue history. That means that I don't need to switch between multiple sources of information like version control system or build server, whatever else, to collect all this information. So yeah, talking about issues. Issue is a basic entity in YouTrack. So issue is a piece of information. It may represent a minor activity, minor task, or a global initiative. And issues always belong to project. You see the project name here. A project is basically a container with some common settings, like a set of fields or integrations or some time tracking properties, and each issue inherits its project settings. That means that each issue in this project will have this set of fields. And of course, each team can configure this set of fields for themselves. And speaking about projects, each company decides what a project means for themselves. So a project may represent a department in your company or some initiative like preparing some conference or activity, or it can represent the whole company if, for example, you have a small startup. Okay, so there was me with my technical background using the YouTrack Classic, but also we have YouTrack Lite that is more suitable for non-technical persons who has to switch between multiple contexts quite often, and they need to stay productive at the same time. And YouTrack Lite is what helps them to do that. And my teammate Lena uses YouTrack Lite in her daily tasks. Lena, will you please show us how it works for you?
With great pleasure, actually. Yeah, can you? I hope you can see my YouTrack now.
Yeah, you're good to go.
Yeah, thank you. So here we are. Imagine I'm a non-technical person in our ABC software team. Let's say I'm a partner relationship manager responsible for some of our vendors, and I work with lots of tasks daily, and actually find it very convenient to use YouTrack for all the collaborations within our team. And I use YouTrack Lite. So let me switch to the interface I like the most. And also, let me set up the workspace. I like the way I like it too. I prefer dark colors, so I'm choosing the dark theme. And now I'm okay to start my day, actually. To check my updates, I use notification center. It shows all the updates for all the tasks I follow. It notifies me if anyone mentioned me or reacted to my comment. So I start from surfing for the notifications for the day each time, Here I see a new task created, and we use mailbox integration to see all the incoming emails as issues, and all the emails coming to our dedicated email address are automatically transformed into tasks and assigned to me, and it helps us track everything and collaborate on the tasks within the team. And I see that there was an email about a log update from one of our vendors. So there is also an issue that is already created out of it. And let us have a closer look at this task, and and see what's I'm going right from notification center to the task, and we see that there's a note from our vendor to update the logo, and actually we sell that product on our marketplace, so it requires the eShop to be updated, and I need to provide our web team with new data. So I mentioned Anastasia, my colleague and our web team lead, in the comments, so that Nastya is aware about the changes and can help me with new settings for our marketplace. And I'm asking her to update the logo, and also, by the way, I'm asking her to upload the new price list to our website, and I can easily share the table, the Google Sheet, for example. I can easily embed the content right here, and for example, I'm choosing the link to the doc and embedding the content and posting my comment, and you see that the table is right in the comment, and it's editable, and you can work right from the task or from the comment with all the data. And actually, I see that Anastasia is already here and looking at what's going on and what else I am asking her to do. So yeah, that's fine. Let's assign the task to Nastya, and I can easily move on to my other tasks while I'm waiting for our web team and for Nastya to have a look at this task. I'm going. Meanwhile, I'm going to browse for my other tasks for the day. You see that there is a recent tab panel which allows me to switch back and forth between the tasks I've looked through. And here's the Let me close the quick view for the issue to show you how the issue list looks like. You see that this is a table mostly in YouTrack Lite, and you can adjust the columns here, for example, delete or add anything you like, and you also can apply some filters. So let's choose, for example, some other project for me to look at. So that's very customizable, and also I have some panel with save searchers to switch back and forth between the tasks. So it's very handy to help me get from my day and from my workload. What's happening actually? Let's check actually if there are any updates from Nastya. For that, I can also use my notification center, and I can check if there are any mentions and reactions. Yeah, actually, they see that Anastasia has already reacted to my task, and she is on it, so I'm fine to maybe even to finish my day, because you know, let's imagine today is my last day at work before my vacation. So I was reviewing some of my personal articles with one of my favorite destinations meanwhile, and I want to get ready for it, and I'd like to warn my teammates about my absence, so they don't assign any issues to me, because I won't be able to reply, obviously, with all this beauty around. So let's go to workflows. And even I'm not a non-technical user, I can create a new workflow with a workflow constructor. And let's do the rule that check the conditions, and let's do the rule that let's check the field in the task, and for example choose that let's also select the project I'm working mostly. Let's do the select the project for which I'm going to apply the rule, and choose some prerequisites. I'm choosing to check the field assignee field, and if this is me, for example, I will, and also if this is going to be an issue created in some during my vacation, which is actually starts today. So let's. If the issue created today or anytime in the upcoming week, let's choose the due assignee for such tasks. Let's again choose the assignee field and choose that it's gonna be set to Alex. So all the tasks are taken care of, and let's also not do it silently, and add some comment and make sure that everyone knows what's going on and why the issue is reassigned to Alex. And yeah, it's going to be posted on my behalf, so I'm easily saying that I'm on vacation and they are reassigning the tasks. Yeah, that's actually it. The project is chosen. Let's choose a wonderful name for this rule, and and save it, and it's gonna be applied to the project. And yeah, I'll review some of my vacation plans for a while. And Anastasia, would you please show us how it looks like at your end while I'm enjoying my mountains?
Yeah, Lena, sure. Your mountains look so awesome that I'd like to make sure no one will disturb you during your vacation. Okay, so do you see my screen?
Yeah, you're good to go.
Okay, so let's make sure Lena is safe on her vacation, and there is a task that can be that is usually should be assigned to Lena, but she's on vacation now. But let's try. Okay, I'm assigning an issue to Lena, but you see that the workflow took care about Lena and didn't allow me to disturb her. The issue was automatically reassigned to Alex, and there was an explanatory comment added automatically too. Okay, good to know. Lena, have a great trip. And now when we saw what can be done with issues themselves, it's time to check the bigger picture too. Because you see that we are working with multiple departments, multiple projects, and it's very hard to keep all these issues in your head. And to have them in front of our eyes, we use agile boards. Agile board is basically a table. It has columns and rows, and the wonderful thing here is that it's you who define its columns and rows. So you see that now now with this board we have states that define columns. That means that here in the middle of the board we have all issues that are in progress state. And the rows are defined by assignees. That means that in this row, I have everything assigned to me, logically divided by the states. Of course, it's not the only way how you can configure the board, because there are like unlimited number of combinations how you can do it. I'll show you one more way. For example, you can let me select the board. Let's try this one. For example, you can use the tree structure of your issues and reflect it on the board. You see that rows are defined by user stories or epics here. So the whole row represents one epic, and all its subtasks are here are collected here as cards. That means that you can track the progress of the whole activity or the whole epic here on the board, and all subtasks, even they are from different projects or different departments, they are collected here on one board. Besides using epics or assignees, you can use priorities or deadlines there, and of course you can configure columns too. Okay, now let's get back to our first board. So you see my issues here, and I can drag and drop them between the columns to let everyone know that I'm working on this task, and I can resolve it right here too. There are multiple ways of using the board. For example, you can build your own personal board that will collect only your issues, so you can track your own progress. But of course, for the management teams, it's not very well, when you just drag and drop cards, they cannot measure the time that was spent on these issues. And sometimes companies create billings depending on how much time was spent on issues. So to measure the time, the management team can use the timesheets page. There are two pages here. The first one displays the workload of a particular person. This is me. You can select any user here, and you see each time record of the person, divided by days and by issues, and you can open any time record and see the details, or you can add a new detail a new record right here. So let's assume I spent 2 hours doing like planning, and here it is. Okay, so there are several views, like you can see the week and the month view. And also, if it's more convenient to have this report for the whole team at once, you can switch to the project page. And the projects page is a set of timesheet reports, and you can add new reports, or you can use existing ones, and you can edit them if needed. And the timesheet report, it displays the workload of a set of projects that you defined there. So here you can see a set of projects, like 3 projects. If we need to measure the workload, for example, for a particular month, or you can include only one department here, or you can include one or more users here, whatever suits you best. And and you can also add new records right from here for different users, and use these timesheets as billing reports. Of course, it's not the only report that YouTrack suggests, and there is a variety of different reports, starting from issue distribution reports that can, for example, show you how many issues each of your assignee has. So you can see if anyone is overloaded or needs some help. Or you can use some charts like burn down chart or cumulative floor, or you can use some aggregator reports like fixed vs reported rate, some other rates, or issue average age reports if you need it. So yeah, we're sure that you will find something that suits your process the best. And at this point, you may wonder if it's possible to combine all these metrics in one page. And yes, there is such a way. We are now looking at the dashboard page, which is a set of widgets. And a widget may represent a timesheet report, any other report, or an issue list, or some team activity widget, or you see the burn down here, the burn down chart. So yeah, this set of widgets depends on the goal of this dashboard. So here you see that this dashboard represents the release overview. That means that it makes sense to have our backlog here and how many overdue issues we have and our time workload and how fast we solve our tasks. But there are different other ways how you can use the dashboard. For example, it can be your personal dashboard that contains your own metrics, like your own backlog or your plans, your calendar with upcoming deadlines. Or the dashboard can be a landing page for your external users who just land there and see, for example, members of your team, your roadmap, or your backlog. Also, executive members of the team can use these dashboards to get a quick overview of what is going on in the project and if there are any areas that require their immediate attention. Yeah, so you see that this page can help you to get this quick understanding, this helicopter view of what is going on, and never miss an important detail. Yeah, that's almost it, and now it's time for our cherry on top. As Lena already mentioned, you will be the first who will see this feature in public. This is our redesigned Gantt chart. Based on multiple requests from our users, we redesigned this chart and made it interactive. So the Gantt chart considers dependencies between your issues, their possible start dates, and their estimations, and predicts the end date of your project. So the Gantt chart is the important part of your planning stage, and now you can do it right here on the chart. So you can drag and drop issues right here, and you can build new dependencies like that. You can change their estimations, you can change the order of issues, and moreover, you have a list of issues that take part in the chart right here as a table. Of course, you can add new issues, creating new ones or adding existing ones, wherever makes sense now. And there are different views like per day or monthly view or weekly view. Yeah, so the Gantt chart is the chart that helps you with planning, because you know, sometimes it's hard to understand how many resources do you need, how much time do you need, for example, to finish your activity on time. For example, if you prepare some event, and the Gantt chart will consider all your limitations, like how many cards an assignee can work on at time, or the possible date when you can start the task, or if you can start one task if you haven't finished another one yet. And considering all these limitations, it will predict you the end date of your activities. And you will understand if everything is going well, or if you need to reschedule or descope some stuff to be able to finish your activities. So this feature hasn't been released yet, but we really hope to deliver it next year, and we really hope that it will help you in your planning activities, in your tracking activities, and you will use it to plan your projects. Okay, so that's pretty it from my side, from the demo side. Today we showed you our key features, YouTrack's key features, and we really hope that you saw something, so how YouTrack can help you in your daily tasks, how it can perform some routine tasks for you so that you don't have to waste your time doing some routine tasks, and so that you can spend your time doing tasks that inspire you and your team to deliver great results. Thank you very much for your attention, and of course we will answer all the questions after the presentation. And now, Elena, the floor is yours.
Yeah, I'm going to share a couple of more slides when you are collecting your questions. Yeah, what do you then? Yeah, you hopefully see the, the black screen now, the slide, and what we've tried to.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, thanks. What we've tried to show you today that YouTrack is all about flexibility. There are lots of building tools to customize it for the needs of various teams, and also an option for adjust it even more to the business processes with workflows created in workflow constructor or even in JavaScript. But we won't stop there. We continue to develop YouTrack, and actually lots of the features you've seen today are added this year and last year, and there are more updates coming besides the flexible Gantt chart. We are also working on the out-of-the-box support for the help desk scenario, and they are working on an option to create an embedded form to get requests into YouTrack from your customers, internal and external customers, and to have those reporters, your customers, getting the statuses on their requests in YouTrack, and to provide supporters with convenient ways to work and to answer those questions. Yeah, so we actually understand they all usually ask the teams, the customers and teams that why do they choose YouTrack, and there are like top 5 most common reasons, and more than half of our customers choosing one of the popular ones is pricing, and this reason of choice becomes even more popular recently with some changes to on-premises solution prices introduced to Atlassian server products. And first of all, as you already know, YouTrack offers both standalone and in-cloud options, and you may see here a cost of ownership for various tools compared on the chart. And here comes the perpetual license for YouTrack. We call it standalone. It's free for 10 users, and there are multiple user packs available, starting from 15 users. Jira Data Center user packs now start from 500 users, and if you compare prices here, you may see that Jira alone is several times more expensive. And if you use a Confluence and looking for an alternative, when switching to YouTrack with a built-in knowledge base might bring up to 82% in budget savings. And also we are committed to deliver all the YouTrack features in both in-cloud and server versions. We are not going to stop it. And yeah, and YouTrack in cloud, if you still prefer cloud, is offered with a per user subscription. The price per user starts from $367 in US dollars per month per user in the annual subscription. And again, Jira cloud price alone here is 2 times more expensive and 3 times more expensive when it comes to a pack with Confluence. So if you are looking for some budget alternatives or for a full feature set in the cloud or in a server version, you might consider YouTrack. And if we get back to the reasons of choice, many customers said that their team prefers YouTrack, or that they relied on their own experience, and actually, I'm proud to share that, because YouTrack is currently a tool for various teams in both small startups and large enterprises. of 10,000 employees are using the tool. And frankly, that was a pleasure for us to learn that customers read the feature set high and prefer YouTrack. And there's also one more reason of choice that customer mentions, a free version. Now, YouTrack is provided for free, as I said, for any team of up to 10 members, and it comes with 30 gigabytes of disk space in cloud, or with no limitations at all for standalone version. And of course, it includes the full feature set, similar to the commercial subscription. The only limitation is the number of users. So it's really easy to get yourself a smooth trial and transition to the tool. You may start with the free version, import your tasks with an import wizard to migrate your tasks from Jira, Confluence, and a number of other tools. And basically start using the free version forever. Once you are ready to extend your team and to extend your team trial, you can simply add more users and test YouTrack for 2 weeks in cloud and for 2 months in a standalone for free, and create some workflows to see how it goes with workflow constructor, with JavaScript workflows and our materials, and with a part-time help. And if you need more users, you can migrate then to a paid version, to a paid subscription with all the data from the trial. And if the price matters, a 25% discount is available there for you if you are migrating from any competitive tools. And we are here actually also here to help you. Our sales engineer will be glad to join your meeting and to show you YouTrack and to choose to answer your questions on adjusting the scenarios of your business to YouTrack I'm sorry to adjust YouTrack to your business scenarios, and not vice versa. That's actually it. So there are ways to start and to see it, and now it's definitely time for the questions. Yes.
Yeah, I can take it over.
Yeah. Would you please?
Yeah, I think I will share my screen again to demonstrate some answers. Okay, so the first question is, can 2 or more persons work on task at the same time? Yes, they can. I mean that they can leave comments. You see that there are different teammates who left their comments, and it's all visible here. And there is also live update supported. That means that if you for example, look at this issue and Lena will change something in this issue. Meanwhile, I will see this update without refreshing the page. So this live update is also supported on Agile boards. That means that if I want to understand what is going on and at this point someone will move a card, I will see it right away without needing to refresh a page. So yes, several people, they can work at the same time at the same task, and we try to avoid any conflicts. So yeah, and speaking about the knowledge base, if you edit an article and someone edited it before you, you will see a conflict badge that someone has edited this article before you. Yeah, the second question is, are those articles also publicly shareable? Example, we have an internal wiki page of which we want just some pages to be public and some private. Yeah, you see that there is a visibility control, so you can choose a group of people or just one user who will be able to view this article. And even if the whole project is publicly visible, if you limit the visibility of this article, no one except members of this team will see this article. Also, if you want to open some article like publicly to your external users, you can open anonymous access to your YouTrack and allow these guest users to see only articles of a particular project. And to share only a part of your knowledge base with these external users, you can close private articles with these visibility controls. The next question is, can I use this tool for PM purposes only, or I can use it for daily operation tasks as Jira is generally used? Of course, you can use it both for PM purposes and for daily operation tasks, because you can, as we demonstrated, you can have your daily tasks here. You can use it like your personal backlog as your team backlog. So the whole team can work here and plan their activities, their projects, releases, and form backlogs, use agile boards to track activity, use reports, track time, collaborate, store their collective knowledge in the knowledge base, and also integrate with development tools, with version control systems, with build servers, with test management systems. You can link issues between each other. So basically whatever you want to plan your daily activities and to manage your tasks.
Yeah, I just wanted to share here like one example. For example, Jetbrains are full of YouTrack. I mean, use it like for every department in the company, and we actually develop it to be suitable for various team needs. For example, in our case, we like do everything, all the office stuff in YouTrack, and there is a like office management projects. Then you, as an employee, you can ask for some flowers or some plants in your room to be taken care of, or if something need maintenance, or even there are some events going on in your coffee rooms. You can do it there also. Also, our legal team is working with like multiple workflows in YouTrack, and do it like profoundly. And some other examples, like for example, our HR team automates all the recruitment and working with potential candidates in YouTrack. There's specific jobs projects. There all the candidates are accumulated, and we are and the HR takes care of all the candidates profiles, and takes care of all these. Of all these interactions and meetings with the customers, with the potential candidates for the jobs. So yeah, it's like widely used in various situations.
Yeah, Elena, thanks a lot. And yeah, also wanted to add that we have like very different processes in our teams. For example, to plan a business trip, you need to get some approves, you need to plan visas, documents, and you need some deadlines, reminders. And for HR project, you need you need some documents, you need some subtasks, and it's very hard to do it manually. So it is all is automated using YouTrack and its workflow. So basically we don't need to keep that in our head that, well, I have to approve this issue until tomorrow and I have 2 days to attach an invoice, because it is all automated. And I have, for example, a reminder as an email that, well, you have 2 days to attach this file, or you have 2 days to approve this issue. So yeah, all these processes are automated, and it doesn't matter what team it is, because these workflows, they can adjust to any process, to send you reminders, to send you notifications, add comments, manage your integrations, add some fields, whatever you need. The next question is, can we create custom field for tasks, projects, what types of fields can set. Yes, of course you can. This is a part of customization. You see that each issue has a set of fields, and this set is inherited from project settings. So each project has a set of fields, and it's not a fixed set. That means that you define what fields you need, and you can add new field, like you can use existing, or you can create like brand new field. And there are a bunch of type. There are some simple types, like standard types, like integer, like date, float, enumerated type. And also there are some advanced fields like text field to give you an additional area where you can, like, for example, store steps to reproduce or expected results for Q&A issues. There are also date and time, string, float, user to store like assignees or approvers. Also group. Yeah, so there is a bunch of field types. And yeah, and you can reorder this set, and you can edit them. So you can, for example, edit this set of fields. You can change its color or its name, and you can add new values, or you can remove existing values, whatever you need. Also, there are advanced settings. That means that, for example, you can, yeah, let me demonstrate it. For example, we have the location field, and it makes sense only if we work with trips or events. So I'm marking this field to be displayed only when the type field is set to trip or event. Let me show you how it works. So we should have the marketing issue. And you see there is no location field because the type is set to task. But if I set it to event, here is the location field, because it only makes sense when we speak about events. Yeah, so also you can make some fields visible to a particular group or a particular user if you have some private fields. So it's fully customizable. You customize what fields you need, what names they have, what set of values they have, and how they are displayed. Yep.
I do have one or question, actually.
Yep.
We've got like 3 minutes left, so we can briefly take one or two questions more, or we are going to stay a little bit more to take all of them. Ivan, how do you think?
I believe the questions are actually pretty straightforward and are legitimate to the product. So if I may ask you to remain on the call and answer maybe quickly, or at least give the user some heads up in a briefly.
Sure, let's do so.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you, I appreciate.
Yeah, and also I'd like to add something about custom fields, because besides adding fields to issues, it is now possible to add fields to users. For example, there are some standard fields like username, email, but besides that, sometimes you need to store like phone numbers or job titles, so you can add it here. For example, let's store office location. Yeah, and it should be text. Yeah, and you will see these fields here. You see phone number, job title, and yeah, I didn't let it be. Yeah, so when you navigate to a user profile, you see there is job title, office location, phone number, and you can fill in this information too, and you can filter users using this information. Yeah, to the next question. Is it possible to add scripts to custom fields? I'm not sure I get the question, unfortunately. But if it's possible to create workflows that work with custom fields, then yes, it is totally possible. In our example, Lena created a workflow that triggered when you try to change a custom field assignee and applied some additional actions like change the assignee again and added a comment. And of course, you can create your own workflows that trigger on updating the field or on creating issues or on adding comment, whatever you need. If I got it wrong, could you please clarify the question in the chat and I will answer again. What language versions are available? If the question is about YouTrack languages, then there is a bunch of languages available. I will show you the full list right now. Here it is. So it's English, Deutsch, Espanol, French, Russian, Portuguese. Also, we have Japanese, Korean, and Chinese. These are official languages that we support, and also we have community languages. And so that means that our community translated YouTrack, and it may be not fully translated, so some words may remain in English. And it's always possible to add a new community language if you feel so, and add the words there to help to translate YouTrack to that language. And also we have it is possible that a community language becomes an official translation, because it happened like recently with several languages, because they were like almost fully translated. Lena, please correct me if I'm wrong. And we switched these community translations to officially supported by Jetbrains. And also this is the system language that I show you, and this translation is responsible for search language, for I mean, it translates everything that you see in YouTrack, but sometimes when you have international teams, it is possible for each user to have their own profile language. It is configured in their profile. The set of languages is the same, but this translation, it affects only interface. That means that all these words will be translated to the profile language, but you will still have to use the system language in search. Lena, would you like to add anything regarding the translations?
No, I guess you've covered it, that's all.
Okay. Yeah, and also I have a thought that you may talk about the JavaScript version that is supported in workflows, because did we mention it? If you did, that JavaScript is version 6, is JavaScript 6 that is supported. Okay, the next question is, what are the widgets possibilities? Adding filters inside the widget for narrowing down the filters. Yeah, it is possible to configure it. Let me show you. For example, the widget that shows us issue list, it can be configured here. So you see that I'm displaying only issues with high priority, and I can add here like only issues assigned to me, and save it. So now we have only issues assigned to me here, and I can expand it to see the details. You see, as the assignee is me. Yeah, the same goes for the report widget. Actually, you select the existing report from the list, but you can navigate to the report page and edit it there. So we will show you the data you want. Yeah, the same goes with team activity widget. It can be configured, so you define what should be displayed here, and you can select the user you are interested in and even answer search query here. Yeah, okay. And the next question is related to this one. Can dashboard widget use some external source of data, for example, Google Analytics? Yes, it is possible because you can create your own custom widgets. And we have a guide in our documentation. For example, we have one of ready-to-use widgets. It's Stack Overflow widget that displays you questions from Stack Overflow according to the filter you specify, like tags or spaces. And yeah, so you can specify tags you're interested in, and you will see questions from Stack Overflow here. And in the very same way, you can do it with any third-party source that you need, because we have a guide and a development guide on how to create your own widget. So you can create your widget that interacts with some third-party tool and takes some data and displays it as a widget. Okay, can the product be integrated with local Active Directory, or what type of authentication providers are supported? Active Directory.
Let me answer this in chat. Actually, I'm also already sharing the link to all the list of the available auth models.
Okay, yeah, so briefly, yes, Active Directory is supported, and we have a long list of providers supported, including OAuth, LDAP, and XAML. Yeah, thank you, Lena. Okay, the next question is, what are the possibilities to extend the basic functionality of YouTrack, like plugins ecosystem? Okay, the possibilities are custom widgets that I mentioned earlier. Also, YouTrack provides an open REST API, and this is the same REST API that YouTrack uses itself. That means you can create almost any integration that you need. You can fetch data from YouTrack or use some webhooks, so you can create issues using REST API, whatever you need. And also, we are actively working on introducing plugins. There is no exact release date yet, but we do have plans to allow and create your own plugins that will allow you to extend functionality of YouTrack, in the way you want. But even now, it is possible to use REST API and workflows. Well, I suppose that, I think that the combination of workflows and REST API is a perfect way to create almost any integration even now, because workflows, they can send HTTP requests to some external third-party tools, and they can trigger on events, or they can trigger on schedule. So they can each month, they can send you a report each Monday, or they can send you a reminder in the end of each month. And they can also interact with some third-party tools. The next question is, project in Gantt can be represented only by selected tasks. If I got you correctly, you can't add a project itself on the chart. So yeah, it's only issues that you add, but you can use the hierarchy of your issues. For example, you can add epics or user stories that represent some initiatives, like more the higher level of abstraction that your basic cards, and I guess it may work too.
Yeah, 5 cents here. We designed the Gantt chart the way that you can either add the already existing tasks or issues that you already have in your projects, or you can add and create the tasks right from the Gantt chart, and create it there, and add some links and some tasks and stuff like that. So yeah, that's it.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, the next question is, you mentioned planning features coming in 2022. Does that include resource management planning too? something like FTE or hours based for people project allocation. Then I guess you will comment on our roadmap.
Yeah, actually, yeah, product management, resource planning in some ways is in our roadmap, but frankly speaking, there is no like exact day, so it's not that defined as, for example, Gantt chart, which is almost ready. So yeah, we are planning on it in something like you described, but it's most likely going to be the end of the next year.
Yeah, thank you. The next question is it possible to integrate with MS Teams? It's not possible yet, but we have a feature request. It's quite highly voted. We can send the link, I guess, to the chat so that you can follow the request and vote for it. Yeah. But also, yeah, that's it. The next question is, there are the data geographically stored for cloud version. Do I have a choice? Yes, you do. We have 3 options. It's Ireland for Europe, it's California for the US, and it's Singapore for Asia. So yes, you have a choice, and actually picking the correct location is important because we have maintenance slots reserved for each time zone, and we perform maintenance in the night hours of each time zone. So it's so if your time zone doesn't relevant to your location, if your location is doesn't match the location where the cloud is located, we can just move it for you to another zone, to another location, so that you will have like the best performance and the highest availability. What about 2-factor authentication? It is supported, and it is supported both per user and per group, so you can configure a group to be 2FA only. You see there is okay, I guess it's it should be here. Should be here. Yeah, here it is. So you can configure 2-factor authentication and pair it with application or hardware token, whatever you prefer. And also you can mark a group to be 2FA only. That means that members of the group who doesn't have this 2FA configured, they will have very limited access. So it's a way to require your team members to configure this 2-factor authentication. How many small companies up to 40 employees use this application? Lena, I'll pass this to you.
Yeah, basically, the proportion among our customers is reflecting the natural proportion of the companies in the world, in the countries we are selling. So yeah, most of the users of the free version for like the average team size for YouTrack is about 25 employees, and there are corporations who group those teams in larger installations up to several thousand. But yeah, so like the major proportion of the customers are also small companies, and then that's like and from small and medium businesses, and that's like a normal proportion of the businesses out there.
Okay, thanks a lot. Yeah, and the last question is, well, it's not a question, it's an opinion. Having been in IT support for ages, I personally hate issue. I prefer to do tasks and not solving problems. Yeah, actually, we had a UX research recently, and we currently considering this option too. Am I right, Lena? that maybe issue is confusing for someone and some people prefer task. But actually you can create your own translation of YouTrack and change issue to task if you want to. So you will have YouTrack with tasks. Yeah, so Liana, would you like to add anything?
Yeah, that's we get it a lot. Like actually, like there are some teams who hate issue, and there are teams who love issue and don't want to go anywhere from it. So like our idea was to let you to provide you with some easy way to rename this entity in your track. For now, there is like some workaround to rename it if you personally can't stand the issue for any longer. But yeah, but hopefully in some future it's going to be up to you, and the help desk is going to be tickets.
Yep.
Okay. Do we have any more questions?
Well, I see.
I believe they all been already answered.
Yeah. I've covered.
Okay, excellent. Excellent. Okay. Well, as we announced at the very beginning, after the question part, there will be a very popular raffle. So I would like to ask Elena or Anastasia to pick one user or one person from the list to get first prize, which is the Jetbrains All Product Pack.
That's a surprise for us. Actually, we didn't get that from the introduction. So what would be the maybe actually, maybe who was the first? How do you think?
Yeah, let's.
It's always hard to break the ice. Maybe so. Maybe the prize goes to Anton, whose question was the first.
To Anton. Anton Kečkeš, right?
Yep.
Okay. Thank you. I'll make a note of that. And I will do the Slovak part with the second and the third prize. Okay? So just give me a second. OK, dobre, ďakujem všetkým za teda odpovede a participáciu na tomto kole. Ak máte nejaké dodatočné otázky, kľudne nám môžete napísať mail alebo zatelefonovať buď mne alebo kolegovi. A teda ako bolo avizované na začiatku, po ukončení prezentácie nasleduje horúci bod webináru a tým je tá tombola. Chcel by som teda dievčence už teda vylosovali jedného účastníka a my následne vyberieme dvoch, ktorí od nás dostanú pozornosť v podobe značkového rúmu, ktorý sme vybrali výhradne na základe referencií od kamarátov a známych. A podľa tých otázok, teda my sme si to nejak tak sledovali priebežne a podľa tých otázok vlastne vyhral pán Mašek a pán Lacko. Výhercom samozrejme srdečne gratulujeme a ostatným účastníkom ďakujeme za účasť a príjemný zvyšok dňa a samozrejme blížiaci sa víkend. Takže všetkým ďakujem veľmi pekne a želám ešte pekný deň. Dovidenia. Okay, and the raffle has been finished, and I'd like to also thank you both for joining our webinar and for your expertise in YouTrack and the presentation itself. Thank you very much, and have a nice day.
Yeah, thank you for having us, and you're a great audience. Thank you all. Have a great day too. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Have a good day. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye.